Annyeong everyone, welcome back. We are on the final chapter, chapter 6 of Learn Korean with BTS and Kevin. So let's get your notebooks and let's get it started. So chapter 6, 삼겹살이 비싸지 않아요.
삼겹살이 비싸지 않아요.
Samgyeopsal is not expensive and definitely super delicious. So over here we see them, grilling some pork belly. But let's go into what we will learn today. First off, we have the vocabulary. So 묘사, description, and then the two expressions we have is 삼겹살이 비싸요.
삼겹살이 비싸요?
Is samgyeopsal expensive? And 아니요. 비싸지 않아요.
아니요. 비싸지 않아요.
No, it is not expensive. And we will also learn about the delivery service in Korea.
한국의 배달 문화.
So, let's get into it. As always, we will start with the vocabulary. So, let's scan here and see what they are doing.
맛있다. 너무 맛있다 라면. 고기 진짜 맛있다. 야. 감사합니다. 너무 맛있는데? 맛있다.
So BTS was enjoying the meal. So how did they like their food? So we have 4 different vocabularies. They definitely repeated one vocabulary for sure. But let's go through the vocabulary first.
싸다.
Sada, which is cheap. So 3,001, which is like about $3 or so. Next, we have
비싸다.
비싸다, which is expensive. 55 bucks for, what is this? For steak? Oh my god. Expensive. But everyone likes steak, you know?
Worldwide, people like steak, you know? Yes.
And then thirdly, we have
맛있다.
맛있다, delicious. And then lastly, we have
맛없다.
맛없다. It doesn't have that S sound in the second part, so it's one of those special rules where it sounds a little bit different than what it looks like, you know?
You know?
So instead of the S sound at the end of this one, you would use the D sound instead.
맛없다.
So 맛없다, not undelicious.
Is that a word?
Not tasty? Undelicious? But basically the food's like not tasty. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So which one did they repeat frequently? Yup. 맛있다. 맛있어요. They were saying, oh, the food is so yummy. It's so delicious. Secondly, we have listen and write down what you heard. So we have 2 different opposites, 2 different antonyms of a word description. First one we have is
크다.
크다, which is big. And then we have
작다.
작다, which is small, tiny. And then the next one is
많다.
많다, which is a lot, many. And then we have
적다.
적다, which is a few, a little bit. Thirdly, we have
넓다.
넓다, which is like wide. And then we have
좁다.
좁다, which is narrow. And then the fourth set of words is
재미있다.
재미있다, very fun, entertaining, interesting.
To be interesting.
And then we have
재미없다.
재미없다, which is the opposite of interesting, uninteresting, unfun. Unfun? Not fun.
멋있다.
멋있다, which is cool, so cool.
귀엽다.
귀엽다, 귀엽다. What?
귀엽다.
귀엽다, which is cute, super cute, 귀엽다.
바쁘다.
바쁘다, very busy. And that is the vocabulary they introduced here. Heading into our episode. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Bora contacted Nicole, the army friend she had met in Incheon airport, and asked if she could see her Friday. Bora strongly recommended that they eat samgyeopsal. They didn't include it here, but samgyeopsal is pork belly. The two promised to meet and have some. So that's the story right now.
기대하겠습니다.
So that was Jungkook saying, please wait, please wait. And that was J-Hope saying, army, clap, 박수. And that leads us into expression 1. Read aloud the key expression.
금요일에 뭐 해요? 바빠요?
금요일에 뭐 해요? 바빠요? 바빠요. 금요일, which is Friday. So she's talking about the time. So Friday에 뭐 해요? What are you doing on Friday? 바빠요. Are you busy?
아니요, 바쁘지 않아요.
아니요, 바쁘지 않아요. And then Nicole is like, no, 아니요, 바쁘지 않아요. I am not busy. So they're planning to get samgyeopsal on Friday. The key expression is
앉지 않다.
so we want to use this type of key expression when we want to contradict something or deny an action or state or something. An makes it into a negative kind. So we have two different expressions over here. So we have an blank or blank jianta. They both mean the same thing, which is to contradict a action or a state. Jianta is more polite and formal sounding than an. So the first example we have here is 가다, which is to go. So if we want to use the an expression, we would just say, replacing it with the yo ending, 안 가요. And then if we wanted to make it sound more formal, we would say 가지 않아요.
가지 않아요.
Not going. And then the second example we have here is 먹다, which is to eat. So if you want to use the an, we say 안 먹어요.
안 먹어요.
And if we want it to sound more formal, 먹지 않아요.
먹지 않아요.
Not eat.
깨끗하다.
깨끗하다, which is to be clean.
난 깔끔한 게 너무 좋아.
If we want to be not clean, we would just say
안 깨끗해요.
안 깨끗해요. And if we want to sound more formal about that, we want to say
깨끗하지 않아요.
깨끗하지 않아요. Bottom part kind of sounds like a T.
깨끗하지 않아요.
Yeah, to not be clean. You're nasty.
깔끔 몰라? 깔끔?
운동하다,
운동하다.
which is to exercise. So 운동 means exercise, and then we have 하다, which is to do. So to exercise. To not exercise, we would separate the two. So 운동 as a noun, and then we stick in 안 해요.
운동 안 해요.
To not exercise.
운동하지 않아요.
운동하지 않아요. To not exercise.
And me.
We have them explaining number 4 a little bit more. If you have like a noun and then 하다, for example, 공부하다,
공부하다.
which is study, 공부, and 하다, to do, to study. Technically, you could say 공부를 안 하다. So you have the noun and then the noun topic case thingy, and then you add in the 안 verb. So 안 해요, 안 하다. In this sentence, we have
토요일에 공부 안 해요.
토요일에 공부 안 해요. On Saturday, not study. I will not study on Saturday, basically.
Same.
The second example we have here is 일하다.
일하다.
일 means work and 하다 means to do, so to work. And then over here, similarly, we can omit the or the 를 topic particle and just say 안 하다.
휴일에 일 안 해요.
휴일에 일 안 해요
휴일.
is holiday. So on holidays, I will not work.
Gotta have that vacation time, you know?
And just sleep.
Let's go over the vocabulary we have down here.
깨끗하다.
깨끗하다, to be clean.
운동하다.
운동하다, to exercise.
공부하다.
공부하다, to study.
토요일.
토요일, which is Saturday.
휴일.
휴일, holidays,
일하다.
and 일하다, to work. And that completes expression 1. Moving on to expression 2. Read aloud the key expression.
삼겹살이 비싸요?
So Nicole's asking the real questions here. 삼겹살이 비싸요? Is samgyeopsal expensive?
You know, gotta save that money, you know, to buy other BTS merch.
안 비싸요.
안 비싸요. Contradicting the expensive part. So not expensive.
그리고 진짜 맛있어요.
그리고 진짜 맛있어요. 진짜 means really, and 그리고 means and. So and It's really delicious. Heading into expression 2. A noun, 이가, and then a verb, 아요, 어요.
Did we not learn this? I thought we learned this.
We did learn this. We learned this in, I don't know which chapter, but I'm pretty sure we learned this because it's the same as conjugating it into like the action verb and then 아요, 어요. So we have a noun, 이가, description verb, and then 아요, 어요. So this 아요, 어요 is the same thing as conjugating with an action verb as we learned in chapter. Basically, you remove the da and then add in 아요 or 어요, depending on the vowel of the previous one. So let's get into it. First example, 좋다. 좋다 means to be good. 초 has the O vowel. We use 아요. So 좋아요. 날씨가 좋아요. The weather is good.
날씨가 좋아요.
And then secondly, we have 맛있다, which is delicious. We use 어요. So 맛있어요. 라면이 맛있어요.
라면이 맛있어요.
Ramen is delicious.
지민이 진짜 좋아해.
깨끗하다. To be clean. The 하다 becomes 해요.
깨끗해요.
깨끗해요. 식당이 깨끗해요.
식당이 깨끗해요.
Which means the restaurant is clean.
Hopefully. I wouldn't want to go into a dirty restaurant, you know?
Over here we have 귀엽다, which is to be cute. So in this special case, so 귀엽다 becomes 귀여워요. 귀여워요. 귀여워요.
귀여워요.
Yeah, you just have to memorize those special cases. But for the it might be because the character in front has the vowel a, so it might be, you know, adding in the ayo, and this one has ye, so you add in the oyo. Don't quote me on that. Firstly, we have 바쁘다, which is to be busy. 파 has a a vowel. You want to use ayo ending, and then you take out the da and the so you have
바빠요.
바빠요. 예쁘다, which is to be pretty. So yeah is not one of those vowels you would conjugate with ayo. So you would say 어요. So removing the and the da, you want to say 예뻐요.
예뻐요.
Is pretty. Oh hey, you pretty, yeah. And then down here we have or 를 cannot be used before 좋다. So 좋다 and then 좋아하다. 좋다 is a description verb, descriptive verb. So it's describing this noun over here. But over here, 좋아하다 is like a
Actual verb.
action verb.
Actual verb.
So you need to add in the object particle, 를. 좋다 is a description verb. You want to use the topic particle, 이가. It both means the same thing, basically.
방탄소년단이 좋아요.
방탄소년단이 좋아요. I like BTS.
방탄소년단을 좋아해요.
방탄소년단을 좋아해요. I like BTS. Literally the same thing. Lastly, we have
날씨
날씨, weather,
좋아하다.
and 좋아하다, to like. Continuing on to dialogue. Listen and read after the below dialogue.
금요일에 뭐 해요? 바빠요?
금요일에 뭐 해요? 바빠요? 금요일, what are you doing on Friday? 바빠요? Are you busy?
아니요. 바쁘지 않아요.
And then Nicole says, 아니요, 바쁘지 않아요. No, I am not busy.
그럼 우리 같이 밥 먹어요. 삼겹살 알아요?
그럼 우리 같이 밥 먹어요. 삼겹살 알아요? 그럼, well then, 우리, us, 같이, together, 밥, meal, 먹어요. Well then, together we should have a meal. 삼겹살 알아요? Do you know 삼겹살?
잘 몰라요. 삼겹살이 비싸요?
잘 몰라요. So 잘 means like very well. Yeah, very well. 몰라요.
I do not know.
Not to know.
So 잘 몰라요. So very well, I do not know.
I do not know that very well.
삼겹살이 비싸요? Is 삼겹살 expensive?
Expensive, yeah, expensive.
안 비싸요. 그리고 진짜 진짜 맛있어요.
안 비싸요. It is not expensive. 그리고 진짜 맛있어요. And it's really delicious.
그럼 금요일에 같이 먹어요.
그럼 금요일에 같이 먹어요. Well then, on Friday, let's eat together. So the dialogue was just Bora and Nicole planning out the weekend to eat samgyeopsal together. Over here, we have the days of the week. So starting with Monday, we have 월요일,
월요일,
화요일,
화요일,
수요일,
수요일,
목요일,
목요일,
금요일,
금요일,
토요일,
토요일,
일요일.
일요일.
So it means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. When we want to describe a certain day or a particular time or period, we use 에. So 에 could be either location or time. So 니콜은 토요일에 한강에 가요.
니콜은 토요일에 한강에 가요.
So Nicole on Saturday is going to 한강. So as you can see, there's that location particle, and then we are using 에 as a time particle.
My bones cracked.
보라는 오늘 저녁에 친구를 만나요.
So we have 보라는 오늘, today, 저녁, which is evening. So 보라, today evening, time particle, 친구를 만나요. 보라 is meeting friends to this evening, today evening. And then let's go over the vocabulary.
금요일,
금요일, which is Friday.
삼겹살,
삼겹살, pork belly.
알다,
알다, to know. 잘, very well.
모르다,
모르다,
몰라요.
몰라요. That means to not know. 알다 and 모르다 are two antonyms.
진짜,
진짜, which is really.
저녁,
저녁, which is evening.
만나다,
만나다, to meet someone.
한강,
And 한강, 한강, the river, you know, the famous river.
Do you date?
멤버랑 같이 이렇게 가죠.
So we
한강.
so yeah, we go together to the Han River or something in Korea.
We are finally in pronunciation, so listen and mark the correct pronunciation.
나무,
So we have 나무. What does that mean? That means forest. 나무. So which one is 나무? So it says 나무, and then this one says 나무. Secondly, we have
노래,
노래, which is song. The first one is 노래, and then the second one is 모래. Thirdly, we have
머리,
머리, which is head. This one says 어리, and this one says 머리. And lastly,
라디오,
radio. So we have radio or radio. Radio. Listen and read aloud. So we have Jamal and Sophia. So let's see what they're talking about.
우리 다음 주 목요일에 뭐 해요?
우리 다음 주 목요일에 뭐 해요? Together. Next week, 다음 주. 다음 is next, 주 is week. 목요일에, on Thursday, 뭐 해요? What do? Together next week, Thursday, what will we do?
노래방에 가요.
노래방에 가요. Let's go to 노래방.
이 노래 알아요? 정말 좋아요.
이 노래 알아요? This song, do you know? 정말 좋아요. I really like it.
잘 몰라요. 같이 들어요.
잘 몰라요. I do not know it very well. 같이 들어요. Let's listen together. The vocabulary we have is
다음 주,
다음 주, next week.
노래방,
노래방, which is song room, karaoke kind of feel. Next we are in 연습. So for the first expression, 안 or 지 않다. Composed as shown in the example. From this 가다, so we go from 가다 to 안 가요. 경복궁에 안 가요. Will not go to 경복궁 Palace. Or you could say 경복궁에 가지 않아요. Same thing. Will not go to 경복궁 Palace. So we have 멀다, 멀다, which is to be far away.
호텔이 안 멀어요.
호텔이 안 멀어요. The hotel is not far. So 호텔이 멀지 않아요. The hotel is not far. And then secondly, we have 전화하다.
전화하다.
To make a phone call. So 친구하고 전화를 안 해요.
친구하고 전화를 안 해요. I don't call my friend.
Oof, I don't call my friend. Okay.
Yikes.
And then we have 친구하고 전화하지 않아요. 친구하고 전화하지 않아요. And then we have 깨끗하다.
깨끗하다.
To be clean. On this right side, we have 손이 깨끗하지 않아요, which is nasty because it says.
My hands are not clean. Yikes.
So for this one, we want to say 손이 안 깨끗해요. Let's hope we never use these three. Next, we want to make answers as shown in the example. We have Jamal says, 그 파스타가 맛있어요. Is that pasta delicious? So Yuki says, 아니요. 맛있지 않아요. No, it is not delicious.
Oof, honest truth.
이 파스타는 맛없어요. This pasta is not delicious. In the first example we have here, 버스에 사람이 많아요. In the bus, is there a lot of people? 사람? 아니요. 많지 않아요. No, not many people. Not many. Or you could say 아니요. 안 많아요. 버스에 사람이 적어요. There is little bit people in the bus. And then secondly, we have 친구가 한국에 와요. Is your friend coming to Korea? So we could say 아니요. 안 와요. So no, not coming. Or we could say 아니요. 오지 않아요. And then 친구는 인도에 가요. So Indo is
India.
my friend is going to India. Thirdly, we have 커피를 좋아해요. Do you like coffee? So we could say 아니요. 안 좋아해요. Or we could say 아니요. 좋아하지 않아요. 저는 커피를 싫어해요. I dislike coffee.
I live on coffee, so
The vocabulary we have down here.
멀다.
멀다, to be far.
손.
손, which is hands.
전화하다.
전화하다, to call.
파스타.
Pasta.
인도.
Indo, India.
싫어하다.
And 싫어하다, to dislike. And then secondly, for this second expression, 이가 and 아요, 어요. So make answers as shown in the example. We have 재밌다. And then 영화가 어때요? How is the movie? 영화가 재밌어요. The movie is very interesting. So similarly, we want to compose it. So we have 좋다. 기분이 어때요? How is your feeling?
How is your feeling? How are you?
How are you feeling? English. Okay.
Study English hard.
기분이 좋아요. I'm feeling good. And then secondly, we have 김치가 어때요? How is the kimchi? 맵다, which is to be.
spicy.
This is the special B ending, so we want to, conjugate that properly. 김치가 매워요. The kimchi is spicy. And then thirdly, 에릭이 어때요? How is Eric?
친절하다.
친절하다, to be kind. So we want to say 에릭이 친절해요. Eric is kind. It's Bora's schedule, composed as shown in the example. On Monday, 인사동 기념품 가게. So she wants to go to 인사동 souvenir shop. 화요일, Tuesday, 광화문 광장. So she wants to go 광화문 Square. On Wednesday, 수요일, 한강공원. She's going to 한강 Park. And then nothing on Thursday, 목요일. And then 금요일, she's going to Gangnam, 삼겹살. So she's going to Gangnam Pork Belly with Nicole. And then Saturday, she has nothing, 토요일. And then Sunday, she has nothing, 일요일. For example, 월요일에 기념품 가게를 구경해요. On Monday, she's going to look around the souvenir shop. 기념품 가게 직원이 친절해요. So 직원 is employee. So the souvenir shop employee is kind. So that is the example. So first, we want to stick in the time or the date that she is going to somewhere. And then we want to conjugate this last description verb. 광화문에 가요. So when is she going to 광화문? She's going on Tuesday. 화요일. So we stick in 화요일에 광화문에 가요. On Tuesday, she is going to 광화문. 광화문 광장이 넓다. So 넓다 means to be wide. So we want to say 광화문 광장이 넓어요. 광화장 square is wide. Secondly, we have 한강공원에서 산책해요. So she is going to 한강공원 on 수요일, Wednesday. 수요일에 한강공원에서 산책해요. On Wednesday, she is going to take a walk at 한강 Park. And then 한강 바람이 바람 means wind. 시원하다.
시원하다.
시원하다. To be cool. 한강 바람이 시원해요. 한강 wind is cool. Thirdly, we have 니콜하고 삼겹살을 먹어요. With Nicole, eat samgyeopsal. And she's doing that on Friday. 금요일. 금요일에 니콜하고 삼겹살을 먹어요. On Friday, she is eating samgyeopsal with Nicole. And then samgyeopsal이 맛있다. So, delicious. samgyeopsal이 맛있어요. The samgyeopsal is delicious.
Super delicious. I love it.
All you can eat is like 12,000 won. 안 비싸요. And definitely 맛있어요. Lived off of that. That is so delicious.
I'm pig. Oink oink.
Heading into vocabulary, we have
기분.
기분, which is feeling.
어때요?
어때요? How is?
맵다.
맵다, which is spicy.
친절하다.
친절하다, to be kind.
강남.
Gangnam, like a rich side of Korea, is located below the river.
직원.
직원, employee.
산책하다.
산책하다, to take a walk.
바람.
바람, wind.
시원하다.
시원하다, to be refreshing or to be cool. Finally, into listening. So listen and fill in the blank after watching the video with the QR code.
야, 안 무섭냐? 태영 안 무서워? 네. 야! 내가 날아가면서 멘트 하나 날릴 거예요. 오케이, 무슨 멘트?
Aren't you scared? 태영, aren't you scared?
Using that first expression, we are going to use 안 무섭냐. 태영아, 안 무서워. So J-Hope saying, are you not scared? Taeyong, are you not scared?
No. And I'll say my line for you while flying.
And Taeyong's like, yeah, 형. Yes, I am not scared.
네가 날아가면서 멘트 하나 날릴 거예요.
So he's saying, I 날아가면서 when I come down. 멘트 is like a note, memo. 멘트 하나 날릴 거예요. I will say one note.
Okay. What line?
And J-Hope's like, okay, what memo?
BTS forever.
BTS forever. So that's the first expression. The second expression we have
한복이 진짜 이뻐요. 또 기사 올라온다니까요.
패션 종결자 이번에 한복까지? 난 진짜.
By the way, hanboks are very beautiful.
using the second expression 한복이 진짜 예뻐요. The hanbok is really pretty.
Jin, they will write articles about you.
Second sentence we have is 형도 기사 올라온다니까요. Again, articles are going to come out about Jin.
The perfect fashionista. Pulling off hanbok this time.
And then RM's like, fashionista over here. Passion, so fashion.
Passion,
패션.
Fashion?
패션.
Fashion, passion.
my fashion.
패션.
종결자, so fashionista. 이번엔 한복까지. This time a hanbok. So down here for the listening dialogue vocab, we have
무섭다.
무섭다, which is to be scared. And that is the dialogue.
마마 때 한복이야.
Heading into the writing section. So we have this Weverse post over here, and we are going to reply to the post.
오늘 안 바빠요.
Sophia says, 오늘 안 바빠요. So today I am not busy.
그래서 친구들하고 놀아요.
그래서 친구들하고 놀아요. So I'm going to play with my friends. So 친구들, this 들 makes 친구 plural. So not just one friend, but multiple friends.
Must be nice.
I will play with my friends with a plural S. And then on the bottom here, we are replying. Sophia 씨, 저도. So we want to say 바쁘다. with the G 않다. Sophia 씨, 저도 바쁘지 않아요. Sophia, I also am not busy. 그래서 집에서 뮤직비디오를 봐요. So at home, I will watch a music video. 반찬이 정말 멋있어요. BTS is really cool. 뭐라 해요? Purple you.
We purple you.
Yeah.
For the writing vocab, we have
그래서
그래서, which means so. And then we have 들, which is plural of a noun. And that's the writing section. And then lastly,
한국의 배달 문화.
so the delivery service in Korea, it's super, oh my gosh, it's out of this world. So you can literally order food at any time of the day, usually for free, or if anything, a super cheap delivery fee. Basically, you can have it delivered anytime, anywhere, even at midnight, you know? If you want those, you know, fried chicken, that jjajangmyeon, you know, tteokbokki. It's a phone call away, or it's even an app away. So it's just click, 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 and then boom, you get your food. So BTS members often use food delivery service due to their busy schedules. You can even order samgyeopsal through food delivery.
Okay.
So definitely use delivery services. Over here we can see BTS eating food.
와우. 진짜 맛있어.
Wow, really delicious.
형 잘 먹었습니다.
He's saying 잘 먹겠습니다, which is I will eat this well, deliciously. We have Korea and BTS, Tiny Tan. They have cupcakes, they have fried chicken. You can literally get anything. The possibilities are endless. And that's the delivery service in Korea, leading us to the ending of this chapter. Now for the review. 삼겹살이 비싸지 않아요. Pork belly is not expensive. So over here we have the vocabularies we learned, excluding like all the description ones that we learned at the beginning. 깨끗하다, which is to be clean. 운동하다, to exercise. 공부하다, to study. 토요일, Saturday. 휴일, holiday. 일하다, to work. 날씨, which is weather. 좋아하다, to like. 금요일, Friday. 삼겹살, pork belly. 알다, to know. 잘, very well. 모르다, to not know. 진짜, really or very. 저녁, evening. 만나다, to meet. 한강, Han River. 다음 주, next week. 노래방, singing room, like karaoke kind of style. 멀다, to be far. 손, hands. 전화하다, to call. 파스타, 인도, India. 싫어하다, to dislike. 기분, feeling. 어때요? How is? 맵다, to be spicy. 친절하다, to be kind. 강남, 오빠 Gangnam style. Location within Seoul, below the Han River, Hangang River. 직원, employee. 산책하다, to take a walk. 바람, wind. 시원하다, to be cool. 무섭다, to be scared. 그래서, so, 들, plural form of a noun. And then secondly, over here we have the two expressions that we learned. So firstly, we have a contradictory form of a verb. So we have 안, or we have verb 지 않다. And then secondly, we have blank 이가 blank 아요 어요, when you want to describe this noun with a descriptive verb. And that concludes the review. 진짜 멋있다. Really cool. And that concludes chapter 6, the last chapter of book 1. But there's 4 books, so stay tuned for book 2 and 3 and 4, which comes later on. So 24 chapters in total. So I hope you had fun watching this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Hit the subscribe button for the upcoming 18 episodes. Learn Korean with BTS and Kevin. I'll see you guys in the next one.